biggest test for this team just for the series so far?
They're obviously a really good defensive team. So us being able to sustain offensively what we're looking to get, I think has been the biggest challenge. I think that's clear. But I think we had a great past couple of days to break some stuff down, watch some stuff, get a great understanding of what's in front of us and how we want to attack it.
You just mentioned sustaining offensively. What are some of the areas you better take advantage of on it?
We've proven to be pretty good early. So making sure that we get into early actions, again, to make it feel as if it's a chase and not a stationary game where they can just sit and watch us.
Is there such thing as too early in the clock when it comes to that, though?
We're not walking 7 seconds or less, right? We're not playing that game, but the action can't be too early, right? It's a difference between a shot and an action. Some sort of off-ball screening action, like those types of things. There's no time that's too early for that.
You guys, you're one of the top three-point shooting teams in the NBA during the regular season in terms of attempts per game. So far in the playoffs, you're at the bottom. What can you do, if anything, to get those three-point numbers back up to the level that you wanted them at the regular season?
Yeah, we need to take, and we've always talked about this, is creating the good shots, and it was important how we created those threes. I think what you're seeing here is there's a lot of, Orlando staying home on three-point shooters, and interior opportunities are happening. But we need to continue to take care of those interior opportunities and then force them into some adjustments where they're coming into the paint now. Now we can make those kickouts for three-point shots. But, our drive and kick stuff, and again, going back, watching film, seeing how they've been defending us and preparing ourselves, we've seen some opportunities where there are things out there that we've missed, and we just got to take advantage of the things that are there.
JB, what's happened with the home versus road disparity for you guys? Early in the season, you seem to be pretty well balanced, but now it's you play really, really well at home and not so well on the road. Why do you think that is?
I don't think. I think it's just the flow of the season. I don't think it's a necessary. It's a thing. I think we obviously, have to do the job when things get tough, like we have in the past, of sticking together, fighting through those things. I think, the opponents that we played on the road, that last month have been really good opponents. So I think that has something to do with it also. But it's we're preparing for tomorrow, and that's where our focus is at. And again, I think we had a great day today, and we're looking forward to it.
JB, other than maybe the 37-10 third quarter, has the series gone pretty much the way you expected?
It was going to be a tough series. There's no doubt about it. Two really good defensive teams, makes for a slugfest. And nothing was going to come easy because they don't concede anything, and our guys don't concede anything. So it's been, slower paced like we thought it would be, more of a grind out like we thought it would be. But it's competitive, and when you're sitting here at Game 5 at 2-2, and you've got an opportunity to take care of home court again tomorrow, and that's our goal.
We've all talked throughout the course of this series about the extra stuff, the trash talk, the physicality. There was a moment in Game 4 where Jalen and Darius kind of went chest to chest, nose to nose. After that, Orlando went on a 20-3 run. Is there any level of concern for you as a coach that some of the extra stuff might be interfering with your guys' level of play?
I don't think so. I think our guys are composed. I think they understand who they are and what level that they need to get to. If you played basketball at all growing up, you talk trash. It's a part of the game, you know what I mean? You see somebody, 4 times straight, you're going to get irritated and you're going to talk trash. So it's not something to me that's gone too far. You know what I mean? I don't see our guys doing things that are out of character or putting themselves or their teammates in compromising positions. I think if it gets to that, obviously it's something we talk about, but I don't think it's at that point.
Along those lines, it was one loss. How do you make sure that one loss doesn't feel like more than one loss?
I think it's understanding the big picture of where you are. You know what I mean? It's a series. It's a best of, first to 4 series. And that's what we have to pay attention to. And to be honest with you, you learn from it, but you don't hang on to it, right? Because if you take the last game into the next game, too high or too low, right, it's going to impact the way that you play. So our focus on all these games has been the one game that's in front of us, we play that game, watch the film, learn from it, and move on to the next game.
With it being 2-2, does it feel like it's like a new series starts tomorrow?
I mean, it's a best of 3, right, with 2 games in Cleveland. And, you know, we did what we were supposed to do at home. They did what they were supposed to do at home. And it's, you know, best of 3 right now. We got to go get 2.
Is being at home an understated advantage?
I mean, I think, you know, I know you guys like numbers. I think the numbers would tell you that it is an advantage. But it's something that you have to go and take, right? You can't just be at home and assume you're at home. Things are going to fall your way. Like, you have to go take the advantage that's there for you.
You mentioned executing, getting the job done when things get tough. Why have some of their runs been snowballing in those last 2 games?
I mean, I think that's, you know, in an effort to stop a run or slow the tide a little bit, you know, we've done a little bit too much, so to speak, where our focus has to be, if in those moments, whatever we do it together. We trust one another. Again, we've been through ups and downs, and together we figured out a way to get through it throughout this season. And I think that's the mindset and approach we got to continue to have. It's like, guys want it so bad, but again, we have to just keep focusing on together is our strength and do it as a unit.
Of course, they're playing well and making adjustments, but how much, to that point, how many of those corrections are just corrections from within?
I mean, that's what the game is about. You know, again, I've made my comments about, you know, the adjustments. The game comes down to execution and who plays better basketball. You know, there's 10 million ways to skin a cat, but if you execute your way better, you're probably going to give yourself a chance to win. So that's what our focus is. Our focus is on executing versus what's in front of us. And then, again, learn from what happened before, improve on it, but just be the better executing team.
Do you feel Orlando has an advantage on this game?
No, that last game, you know, doesn't matter, right? It's over with. You know, it's a mindset thing. You know, they've got to come here where we've won 2 games. So I don't think there is a momentum shift. It's a focus on one game at a time, and that's the only thing that matters.